Hello boys, welcome to Réunion Island for a small downwind. Here we are at La Grande Chaloupe with Tom, the goat, and Tonton Ahmed. Look at that. Yes! We go for a small downwind about 7 kilometers from La Grande Chaloupe to La Possession. That's nice. What a life, boys, what a life. The new Midi board, 52 liters, with the integrated mast by North and Foildrive. So this is aluminium, and the mast, like, I don't have any cable, so it's pretty nice. For the foil, I'm gonna use the Downwind 750 with the long fuse. I like the mid fuse. I really like the way of pumping with this fuse, like bumpy, like choop choop choop. I take the big stabilizer for downwind, the 192, to get more stable and to rest on the board. I have the Foildrive battery, pretty nice for traveling, the remote, and everything is ready. Choo! I have to say it's pretty hard. Like, there's not a lot of bumps, and I have to pump every fucking 10 seconds to keep the swell because it's super small. So not the best condition for a first downwind. And basically the only difference with the Foildrive is like only in the pumping. You have to stay always high on the mast, otherwise the motor touches the water and you have so much drag. So it's super important to stay really high on the mast. Just arrived. That's so beautiful. I'm super stoked to be at home and to do some downwind at home. Always to be careful about the sharks, but when you are in the water you don't really think about the sharks. You just go straight and you just enjoy. What a life. Let's give my first impression for the first downwind with the Foildrive. It's pretty easy, I would say. Like, maybe for people who don't really feel like paddling to start, it's pretty easy how the Foildrive assists you, because as soon as you do the takeoff, you can really pump and get the swell like a normal downwind. You just have like maybe more weight on the board, but super interesting because first downwind, super light conditions. I was with the 750, so way more too small for this type of conditions, and I really enjoy actually. Right now, if I have to do some downwind, full downwind, I think it really depends of the downwind. For example, here in Réunion Island, we have to go really far away, far outside to get the swell for the pumping. So basically with the Foildrive it's not pretty safe to do that. I think the Foildrive makes more sense in some downwind where you stay really close to the shore to keep like always safe, and yeah, I'm pretty surprised about how I feel. It's a bit different like on the pumping because I have to always stay super high on the mast, but I'm super happy actually. Hey guys, I'm right now in Nazaré and I'm just gonna talk really quick about the Foildrive after 1 month of utilization, because I think it makes more sense just not only like after one session. For who is the Foildrive? I would say for people who don't want to spend so much time with the SUP, so who wants to don't really use the paddle and all that stuff, like, because it's pretty hard actually. So the Foildrive can really help you on that. If you want to do some downwind, I would say don't go to a low volume like me because it's pretty difficult, and if you have some trouble, if the battery you don't have any more battery or whatever, it can be really a big trouble. Like downwind, you have always to keep in mind it's super dangerous because you are far outside and there's always some wind, you are alone, so you never know what's happening. So I would recommend to go with a big board, like the same of a sub board, like a 110 liter, a board pretty easy to paddle if you have some trouble with the battery. If I have to do some small downwind, like 7, like I would say to 5 to 10 kilometers, I will use maybe the Midi, the 50 liters, a board around 50 or 60 liter. And if I have to do like longer downwind, more than 10 kilometers for more than 1 hour, I would use like a big SUP with 100 liter or 120 liter. Yeah, you have to always imagine the worst scenario to be ready for that. So a bigger board, it's always better for downwind. And the second difference, it's if the system doesn't work, I have only my 50 liter and I have to swim back, and that sucks. And what about the battery? I still have like 78% of battery, so it's pretty cool. I can maybe like do 3 downwind with 1 battery. I have the travel battery, so perfect for traveling. Yeah, the North Mast with the Foildrive, they did a really good job because I have like a really good glide on the wave. It's super nice. The setup, I have like 10 centimeters between the motor and the mast, so the motor is super high compared to the mast. End of the downwind, everyone is here, alive and super tired. And Papa Ahmed. See you boys.